So welcome, I'm your theloladass. So today gonna bring you Legend of Runeterra patch 2.11 notes. So the previous patch it wasn't nothing, but in this patch everyone knew that it was the new expansion that was coming, that was called the Rise of the Underworld. So in here a lot of people thought Mordekaiser was to come because he is from the Underworld. But it wasn't. It was only three new champions. So Mordekaiser wasn't in here because there was voice lines of him. But it's like there is tons of voice lines already. But people are like Underworld, Mordekaiser, like that. But it wasn't. Okay, people didn't got sad, but it's like it is a champion that people want on the game. But oh well. So the three new champions. If you saw this trailer. It was like how I can say it was like showing three champions. You could see the Echo, Pike, and Rek'Sai, and you could immediately understand that it was around lurking because you could see that if you play League of Legends, Rek'Sai is always underground, right? So he's always watching. Pike on trailer appears from the shadows, so always paying attention, and Egg on trailer is disguised, so that's why you could understand like there's gonna be a new mechanic because of the three champions how they are. So and then people saw the new mechanic. So what lurks in the depths of Legend of Runeterra newest expansion? Let's hope you don't find out the hard way. Rise of the Underworlds includes a new keyword, lurk, as well as 43 new cards, including 3 new champions, Egg, Pike, and Rek'Sai. So it's like Pike, everyone knew in this patch was coming because he's from Underworld. But Rek'Sai and Egg, it was like Rek'Sai people were expecting because Shurima doesn't have the same champions that the other regions have. So they have to match every region to have the same number of champions. So Shurima, people knew that was to come Rek'Sai because from the voice lines, the only from Shurima was Rek'Sai. So that's why people knew. So Rise of Underworlds arrives in patch 2.11 and that hour tomorrow. New cards. So over past week we have been revealing all of the cards being added in Rise of the Worlds. Add to one of the galleries below to get the full list of new cards and start your theory crafting. I'll be immediately there, but only to know what the new keyword does. So new keyword, lurk. In the Rise of Underworlds you will encounter new creatures unlike anything seen in Runeterra as if you know it. Our newest keyword, lurk, powers up new lurker for followers anywhere with +1/+0 if you attack with allies while one lurks on top of your deck. Some lurkers have powerful bonus effects and lurk activates for them as well. If you plan on playing with lurkers, think ahead. You will need to be able to predict what's on top of your deck to use them effectively. So like when you attack while I'm on top of your deck, I lurk granting lurker allies everywhere +1/+0 max once per round. So like if you attack with some character that has a lurk, that is that blue symbol, if on top of your deck there is a card that has lurk, it will receive +1/+0. But one thing that the problem is that to know it's hard. So maybe a combination will be having those cards that have predicts, that you can choose the card that goes to the top of the deck. So maybe one of the best combinations for this keyword will gonna be predict to have. So it's like, okay, so maybe we're gonna see more decks with predict and lurk at the same time to work with each other. But the other thing that people are asking is this keyword better than Blade Dance? No, because Blade Dance gives you a free attack in the enemy turn, and you don't need to have predict, nothing like that. It's free immediately. In here you need to predict or guessing if you have a lurker or not in top of your deck. So it's like requires more to knowledge or combinations with the keyword predicts. So now let's see the cards. So the first one, it was from Rek'Sai. You can see here Rek'Sai that people wanted, and then you have here Rek'Sai color. As you can see, it has lurk and play predict. You have this share size, the Dawnbreaker, a lot of share size that people were happy. Then it's like there is this share sharp, the Under Titan, and here it is the Rek'Sai artwork. So the first one to level up is like this, is a cost of free, not bad, it's easy to play. Free 6 is like only costs 3 and immediate free 6. It's kinda like maybe they gonna need to, like, for now it's what I'm guessing, maybe they will need to nerf at least the alpha to push that 5, because it only costs 3 and it can be super tanky. So Rek'Sai, lurk, because it's easy, even in here says lurker, because it's like the on top of your deck they don't need to have this lurk keyword, they need to be this lurker, they have to have this lurker to grant +1/+0. While I lurk or attack, grant lurker allies everywhere +1/+0. Content place me into your deck. So meaning like when he attacks, Rek'Sai, she attacks, because it's a she, Rek'Sai. When he attacks, it grants everywhere, to the lurks everywhere +1/+0. It can be on your deck, in your hand, on your board, everywhere. So very good card immediately. And then when the condense comes back to your deck, doesn't say to the top of your deck, it's to your deck. So it can be in top, the middle, or the bottom. She is like Katarina, but Katarina you attack and she comes back to your hand, and then you can play it again. She's different, Rek'Sai. You attack, grants everyone that has a lurker +1/+0, and when condense goes to your deck. The problem is not top of your deck. It's not bad, it's not bad. And to level up, I have attack with 10+ power. So I have attack with 10+ power, so equal to Nasus, that you need to have 10 in here, and when you attack, you do damage. You evolve like Nasus, that he needs to attack with I think it's 10+, evolve. So it's equal to the level up is equal to Nasus. So what it means that you attack, goes back to your deck, and you need to attack with other lurkers to grant always +1 to Rek'Sai. Like that, when you play again, she has 10+ attack and you evolve. So it's not gonna be easy to evolve Rek'Sai. You can see me. That's why. So now I understand why it's a 6 in defense, because it's not easy to evolve. Then when he evolves, he has Overwhelm. As you can see, Overwhelm, so gonna do some damage always. When I level up, create 3 random lurkers in hand. Not bad, but it when level up. When I lurk or attack, grant lurk allies everywhere +1/+0. So nothing special. The only thing special is when level up, create 3 random lurkers in hand. So immediate helps you. Not bad, and it's a 4/7. Nothing special, but I can see being good. The problem is to evolve, because it's like Nasus but harder, because Nasus is like 1 dice and he's already getting +1/+1. So it's easy. Okay, let's continue to see all the champions, because we have a lot. So the other one of the cards that caught a lot of attention was this, that costs 10 and it's from Nox, that is Atakan, a bringer of ruin, and you can see that is a 5/12. When you play this, it's like it's harder to kill him, and the attack increase my power by the total power of all allies. It's like, increase my power by the total power of all allies. It's like, isn't this broken? Yes, it's harder to play him because it costs a lot, but the total power of allies when he goes attack is like, what the hell? So yeah, but we continue. Gonna be very good cards. Of course, gonna be hard to play him because he's gonna be slow. He needs to take a long time to play him, but it was a card that called attention to a lot of people. Then another card that called attention to all people was this Poro, that is hammering, like how you can forging, and on the background you can see the shadow of Orn, the shadow of Orn in there. So meaning this Poro is from Orn. Then we have this Yeti too, that is a 8, cost 8, 5, on start. If you have 2 plus Yetis, summon me from hand and create copy of me in your deck. Play, draw a Yeti. So very good card too, that if you have 2 plus Yetis, summon me from hand. You don't. I think you don't need to play. Yes, it doesn't cost mana. It goes to the board and it's done. It's like very good. But of course it's Yetis. You need Yetis. Then we have all the landmarks that they put because like they are trying to make people to play landmarks, of course. But it's like I say always, it's not easy to play them. Let's continue. We have this volunteer Elnuk. That was a card that called attention to people. Continuing in here, a lot of lurkers. You can see this card cost 8. Jalfish 2/7. Play each lurker ally strikes a random enemy. Very good card too. We have this Sacred Protector. When I'm sure draw a Shen. Allies with barrier have double attack. Very good attack. Very good card. It's an 8/6. Of course, costs a lot, but what it can do when I'm summoned, draw a Shen. So meaning that you need to have a Shen on your deck. Allies with barrier have double attack. That's very good. Of course, it's harder, but it's good. Can you continue? So then we have Pike, because you could immediately understand that okay, it's Pike that is coming. He's a lurker, like I talked. He's a lurker, so can work with Rek'Sai too. So is a 4 cost. When I lurk, transform me into a Death from Below, and Death from Below is this. Summon a Pike striking enemy. Very good card immediately. He has quick attack, of course. And to level up, allied pikes have dealt 15 plus damage. I don't understand what they mean with allied pikes. It's like, I need to play a lot of pikes to level up? Can be. And then when he evolves, the artwork of Pike is when he evolves. That is better. He still continues with quick attack and lurk. When I lurk, transform me into Death from Below. When I kill an enemy, I strike the weakest enemy. This is what makes Pike a very strong card. Because if you saw the trailer when they show when it come out Pike, if you saw the trailer showing clearing the board, the entire board, it's like holy shit. That's super amazing that you can do that with Pike. Like you kill an enemy and then he strikes the weakest. So he strikes one, he kills, then he goes weak. If he kills, weak, kills. He can kill entire boards. So what you can do is like he's a 3/4 when he evolves. You see, okay, I can kill almost everyone on the board. So I put power on him and he can kill everyone. So it's like how you wanna play with Pike. So a combination with Rek'Sai can be very good for him. But not bad. Pike is very good. Then we have Echo. That like the artwork of Echo, when it's like the beginning, the level 1 is good, but level 2 is like kinda not very good. So like I can show you the cards of him, like Time Trick, predict, then draw 1. You have Time Winder to play discard 1, deal 1 to an enemy or the enemy next, then deal 1 to another. Not bad. And we like the card is from Piltover's Zone. It's like that you say it. The cost is a 4, not bad. He is a 5/3. Yeah, again, doesn't have a lot of health, easy to kill, like no, level 1 is this. Okay, this level 2. So they like in here there's some problems, sometimes they put different. So the level 1 has bad artwork, level 2 is the good artwork. So he is quick attack, for cost, for 2, strike, create a fleeting time trick, that is this, that he creates, when he strikes, this is not when attack. To level up, you have predict 5 plus times, when I level up, create 3 chrono breaks in your deck. So you need only to predict 5 times, easy, put zillion, and those cards and you are always predicting. And when you level up, create 3 chrono breaks, that here it is the chrono breaks. revive all. For what I understand is 3 chrono breaks. It's this that it revive all allies that die this round, then rally. It's like this super powerful card. Yes, costs 3 and is slow spell, but revive all allies and then rally. It's like that's a very good spell. I don't. It's like the problem for me is this: is this card exists like you can put on decks, right? Or only with Echo, only when he level ups that this card appears. That's one thing that I would like to know. Is this a card that doesn't exist, is only when you level up, or there is and you can put on decks? Because if you can put on decks, this card is gonna be very strong and they will need to nerf it. If only exists when Echo level ups, they don't need to nerf it because it's only for Echo. Who knows? Because the one problem is like they don't explain, right? They don't explain. Then when he level ups, is a 5/3 quick attack, strike, create a fleeting 0 cost time trick. That is this, but it's 0 costs. Then of course you have a lot of spells for him. You have Echo Callous Shot, create a parallel converses in your deck. That the parallel converse, that is this, start a free attack with an exact ephemeral copy of each ally, and you have the Callous Shot, draw 1, create a parallel converse in your deck. So what I think is the Chrono Break is a card that you cannot put in decks. It's only when Echo evolves, is what I'm thinking. But not bad. It's like, for what I can see, is like too easy to evolve. It's Echo because it only needs 5 times predict and it's easy. But the best cards for what I can see, Spike is one of the best because he can clear a board, entire board when he's evolved, and Rek'Sai can be good too. He's the second best because like it's always going to your deck. It doesn't stay in the boards. But like the lurk, like that, they can do a combination. They can be strong. That's what I think they are good. It's because of the keyword lurk. Echo is like how I can say, to be aggressive, to be in an aggressive deck is what I can say from Echo. Is to be an aggressive card. So like I can see people trying out, but I can see like in the future people playing with Rek'Sai and Pike being played in decks or two together, and maybe Echo not being a tier 1 card, being in a tier 2, tier 3 decks. Is what I can see. But overall, there is good cards to people try out and see, try to see different decks. So let's continue with the patch notes. Then we have the new challenge. A new challenge beneath the surface has been added to introduce lurkers and the new lurk keywords. When the patch comes out tomorrow, I will do it, only to show how it works, everything. Then card updates. Everyone, with the release of Rise of Underworlds, we also include a large list of live cards updates. The scope of change in this update is much larger than past live design updates because we have packaged together a number of live design opportunities that we identify over time. The change below will provide us with a better foundation to make live change in the future. We'll be back as soon as we have an updated philosophy of how we are going to make this change in a way to sustainable to our values, and we'll hopefully keep the metagame fresh. We'll share our plans as they develop to give everyone a solid understanding of cadence and size of future balance updates. Legend of Runeterra has changed and grown quite a lot since we launched, so please bear with us while we continue to develop and iterate on live design. So simply say balancing like that, they are start to understand that they need to do more balancing faster and not take like 1 month to do it. Like we are like in 1 month and a half with the same decks being played. So they are start to recognize that we need to be faster, is what they are saying. And it was like everyone knew, but Riot takes a lot of time to understand things. So note, for 2.11 live updates, due to large number of changes, we won't be providing context for each change like we usually do, that is explaining why. They won't do that. Instead, we will share our goals and philosophies that guide us linked to this change. So target the top, Irelia Zir, Nash Stress, Trundle Lissandra, Draven decks that are the best decks playing. Any change we consider for other cards will be largely overshadowed with the current power of level of the top decks. We want to tone down each of these decks to allow room for other strategies, but not go so far to completely remove them from the metagame. We want decks to exist without dominating. Everyone knew Irelia Zero was the best deck, Nash Trash, easy to evolve, Trundle Sander because it's hard to defeat them, and Ravi because it's an aggro deck. Considering what's next. Similar to the first goal, we want to consider what decks are currently strong, but maybe not popular that would like to replace the current top decks. We want to avoid simply replacing one dominate strategy with another. There will always be decks that perform better than others, easy tier 1, tier 2 decks, but we want there to be a high variety in popular decks and ensure the gap between the best decks isn't too large. That's easy to understand that Irelia Zero to other decks had a huge gap and it was like not worth. So they are trying to not other decks to dominate, but the gap doesn't be too large, like they can win against each other. So that's good. Focusing on regions' identities. We want this change to help empathize the identity, strengths and weakness we target for each region. Some regions have drifted away from their intended strength and weakness over time. For example, buff Iona's flexibility with combat tricks and Rek'Sai buffing Billsword instead damage or big bets with bigger payoffs, and some nerfs to Targon to have more pronounced weakness rather than being good at everything. Easy to understand what they are talking. Aurelion Sol too strong, the cards from Targon too strong, and Zoe too, because they are easy to play, easy to evolve, and they can have a lot of spells. All regions can perform. As the popular decks evolve and change, there will naturally be some regions that are more popular than others, easy. However, we don't want any region to feel far less fun or powerful than the others. Specifically, we want to buff at least one champion in each region and ensure all regions add at least 3 cards receive a buff. So that's very good, because we have a lot of cards from Ionia that are trash. We have Lulu, pretty trash, Yasuo, pretty trash, Zed, pretty trash, and we have Irelia, that's from Ionia, that is the strongest one. So yeah. So the future. We have several releases of new cards coming in a short amount of time. So in here, Rise of the Underworlds, easy to understand. 2.12, the summer event release, that is the Ruination. If you didn't pay attention inside the game, you can see the whole map, and it shows 5th, I think it's July 5th, that is the Ruination event. So that's why they say summer event release. So what they are saying that on the summer event release there will be cards coming. Now what they mean with cards, only normal cards, or a new champion, or a champion alone, who knows, right? Because Ruination, Viego, could it be? Who knows? And then 2.14 next set release. So who knows, because next set release it's same like new champions and new cards. The summer event release can be only an event, nothing more, or at least one champion, or only cards. You never know. New card releases tend to have a big impact on deck popularity. In general, we try to avoid doing many live design updates alongside new cards, but the changes are usually overshadowed by the new cards. Due to the size of this live design update with Rise of Underworlds, we'll be closely monitoring the impact of our change and try to respond very quickly if we aren't hitting our goals. If we aren't seeing the desired outcome from the change in 2.11, then we may introduce more change in 2.12, so that's very good, but our hope is that further change won't be needed quite so quick to maintain a fun, diverse and healthy meta. Our game is constantly changing and the landscape of popular decks is always evolving. We are making this game together with you all and value your feedback to help us make the game as fun as possible. We hope that you are excited as we are about the future of Legend of Runeterra. So it's like, how they say, like, we were like one month and a half, 2 months with same decks, and they were always apologizing for each patch. So it's like, maybe they need to start being more aggressive and do more balancing. Like I say always, they need to be aggressive on doing the balancing, because they weren't being aggressive. It was some change that were like useless. So now champions, the nerf. So Miss Fortune is better to say like that. Level 2, the change is only Overhelm that she now gonna get, because say no keywords, that she didn't have keywords, and now they're gonna put Overhelm. Overall, it's gonna be good for her, like that she can be stronger now. Then we have Jarvan, the level 1. So the level up requirement was allies have survived 4 plus strikes from enemy blockers, and now it's gonna be survivor 3 plus strikers from enemy blockers. So easily to evolve Jarvan. Then we have Tryndamere level 2. The change is now it's gonna have Overhelm, Fearsome, Tough. Okay, it's the level 2, right? He only had 4 health, so it's easy to maintain him alive. That's like, isn't this kinda strong? Because he has Overhelm, Fearsome, Tough, is like you can't even kill him almost. Then we have Karma, so the Karma level 1, the cost is gonna be 5, and the Karma level 2 continues as 5, so it to be easier to play Karma. Irelia, the level 1, the requirements was 12 plus allies have attack, and now it's gonna be 14 plus allies have attack, so to not be easy to evolve her, because it's easy to evolve because of the blade dance keyword. So that's a good change. Riven level 1, the change when you gain the attack token Reforge, and now it's gonna be when I'm summoned, if you have an attack token Reforge. Okay, and level 2, it was the change when you gain the attack token Reforge, when I'm summoned, if you have an attack token Reforge. Okay. The same thing will stay. It's like, it's not a big change, but I'm not seeing her being played again. Armandiger, so the level 1 base stats gonna be a 2-4, okay, and for level 2 it's gonna be a 3-5. So not bad, more survivability and more ways to kill enemies, because he was pretty useless to kill. The Ekarim is the base stats too, so the level 1 is gonna be a 5-6, and the level 2 is gonna be a 6-7. So more survivability for him, not bad at all. Azir level 1, it's gonna be, you have summoner 13 units, so to not be easy to evolve him, not bad at all. Naz level 1, the change is that he had Fearsome, and now it's not gonna have no keywords, so you can block with any card. Okay, that's good, that's a good change, because it gets super strong. So you want to block with any card, so they take out Fearsome. And then they say Nasus level 2 and 3 still have Fearsome. So only on level 1 he doesn't have the Fearsome. The other 2 levels he has. So yeah, it's good. Like level 1 you want to be able to block. And then when he evolves is when he gets strong. So that's understandable. Severe, the level 1, the level up requirement, it's gonna be you have dealt 30 plus damage. So above to her to be easy to evolve her. But still, I think it's not very good, because she doesn't have a lot of health. That's why it's easy to kill her. Yes, she has spell shield, but you take out that and use done other spell, and it's that. So I think the change is good to evolve, but she needed more health. Talia level 2, the change. Holy shit! So attack, deal 2 to my blocks. If it's dead or gone, deal 2 to the enemy next instead. If you have a landmark, do this 2 more times. And now it's gonna be attack, deal 2 to my blocker 3 times. If it's dead or gone, deal 2 to the enemy next instead. Okay, so they took out the landmark. Okay. Then Tariq, so his base stats only, so he's gonna have a 3. He's gonna have 3 and 5. Okay, and level 2 is gonna be 4 and 6. Okay. Not bad, like ways to survive more and to be able to kill enemies. Then we have Aphelios, level 1, it's going to be a 3-3, and level 2 going to be 4-4. Again, put him back how he was, because he was 3-3, and they nerfed the elf and they come back again to put as a 3-3, and then when he evolves 4-4. Okay. Then we have follows and spells. As you can see, this is what I was always talking about, being aggressive. because when you are being aggressive, it's aggressive on champions, aggressive on spells, followers and landmarks. This is what called being aggressive. A lot of change, not like only 2 cards. That's not being aggressive. So the make it rain, the cost is gonna be 2. Okay, and then it says Miss Fortune make it rain, because when you have a Miss Fortune already played, the hand transforms into make it rain. So only 2 people know that it transforms to a cost of 2 now. Okay, very good, to be easy to play it. Black market merchant is gonna be a 2/2. Okay, not bad. Double up, the cost goes to 5 because nobody plays this card because it was too expensive. Slot bot, so the change is too huge. Let me see. Round start grant me 0+0+1 for each card you drew last round. Then shuffle my power and elf. Now it's gonna be on summon and round start grant me 0+0+1 for each card you drew last round. Then shuffle my power and elf. Okay, it's gonna be different. It's when the round on summon and round start. Okay, it works in 2 ways. Then we have confront. The cost is gonna be 2. Okay, mage seeker inciter gonna be a base stats for 4. Laurent blade keeper is gonna be 3/3, the base stats. Owling abyss, the landmark owling abyss is gonna cost 6. Hand shadow blade, the base stats is gonna be for 3, so we're gonna have more damage. Dancing droplet, the change, it was elusive and attune, and now it's only gonna have elusive. They took out attune. Okay, good change because a lot of people are playing these cards. Green glade lookout, it's gonna be the base stats gonna be 2/2. Young witch is gonna be 1/2, so they are buffing the elusive from Ionia because they were totally useless because they didn't have elf. Wheel of Ionia is gonna cost 4. The Twin Disciples is gonna cost 2. So you can see a lot of buffs to Ionia, trying to say play with Ionia cards. Incisive Tactician is gonna be a 5/5. Okay, it costs 8, so you need to have more damage, so not bad. City Breaker base stats is gonna be a 1/5 now. It's like it's not gonna do a lot of damage. It's more like a blocker, nothing more. James Darda, it's gonna be 5/5. Beanstalk Edgeman, it's gonna be 5/4 to have more survivability. Homage gonna cost 2. Like say, don't play more with SRL, please. Trivium Improbulator gonna cost 5. Again, same thing that I was talking. Not play with SRL, please. The Watcher. So they changed the Watcher. So the Watcher was I cost 0 if you summon 4+ allies that cost 8+ this game. Attack obliterate the enemy's deck. And now it's gonna I cost 0 if you summon 5+ allies that cost 8+ this game. Attack obliterate all but 3 non-champion cards in the enemy deck. Okay, so because a lot of people are playing with Trundle Lysandre deck, because it's easy to play 8+ cards, so it was easy to win because of the Watcher. So this huge nerf to Watcher is very very good because now you need 5+ allies that cost 8+ summoned, so very good. And when he attacks, he obliterates all but 3 non-champion cards in the enemy deck. It means that you don't win immediately with this card. It stays only 3 non-champion cards in the enemy deck. So me say that it's not an instant win. So very good change. It's a very good change for the card like that. When you are playing with Tron Lysandre deck, you know that it's gonna be hard to play the Watcher. That's what they are saying. Then we have Haza the Sandra, so above to be 8/6. It's like saying play with Ekarim again, come back with Ekarim. Dusk Rider is gonna be 3/5. Okay. Escape Abomination suffers a nerf to 4/2 because a lot of people were playing with aggro decks. This one was the card that people were playing, like you play that card if it dies transform into this, so they nerf this card like that is only for 2 and means that is easy to kill it. Stalking Shadows, it costs 3 because a lot of people are playing this card too. The Clock Hand, it's gonna base stat, it's gonna be a 7/7. What? It was a 4/7 and now it's gonna be a 7/7. Jesus, that's a huge buff. We have Hasblood Dales, but it's gonna be 7/7 too. Holy shit. Dunekeeper, it's gonna be 1/2. Instead, it was 2/1, and now it's gonna be 1/2 like that. It's like people don't play him only to do damage. It's gonna be more to block it. So very good change. I think that's good for the game. Mountain Sojourners, it's gonna be 4/5. Again, you can see that they are saying play with Piltover and Zaun, Ionia, Targon and Shurima is what they are saying. Play with those decks and not with the others, is what they are saying. Sun Guardian, it's gonna be 4/4. Star Shaping, amount of healed, it's gonna be 4, very good. The Serpent, it's gonna be a 1/1 now. The Fangs, it's gonna be a 2/2. Not bad, it's like good change for the game, because those cards that were played a lot, they now are nerfed, like that new cards can be played. So I think they are being good nerfs in there. Nerfs and buffs at the same time. Region road updates. Shurima, Piltover, and Zaun and Bilgewater region roads have been extended by 4 levels each to coincide with the release of their new champions. Is that when you are doing missions to get new cards there, so you can go for those. Very good. Labs update. Lab of Legend has been updated with new selectable champions. You're gonna have Echo, Pike, Rek'Sai, Swain, and Shivan have been added as the selected champions in Lab of Legends, so that's very good. More champions to play on Lab of Legends. Very nice. Prologue update. This patch brings a big update to the prologue, the part of new player's journey that happens after the first 4 tutorial games and guides them until they unlock the region reward codes. Jesus. A lot has been added to Legend of Runeterra in the year since launch, and even before that, the early game could be tough for people not familiar with card games. To help new players find the fun of lore, we have played the prologue with 3 guiding principles. The unlocking mode step by step. I'm not gonna read this. Okay, the unlock mode step by step. Improve the pace of progress. More deck rewards. Okay, very good. For new players, because you know how it was hard to unlock cards, like to understand everything. So now with they already have a lot of things, so for new players it's easy to understand. Very good. Then we have personalization. The 4 personalization items are available in store. And it's like, what? They skins? And they didn't talk about... So, the champion skins, Sandstorm Echo. It's like nothing special. I think it's alternate arts only. It's like, it's not... how I can say... It's only art. No, you don't have the evolve animation. You don't have that. So it's like JPEGs in there. And then we have the Sandwrath Pike. It's like the second. It is the level 2. Is the best one. The other is like the for Echo is they are bad because I think this skin Sandstorm Echo on League of Legends is even bad. People don't like. So yeah. But you are gonna have 2 skins for Pike and Echo if you want. Then we have boards, that is Sunken Shipyard, that is from Pike. You can see near that big fish from League of Legends that he can do. From Legends of Hunger for Bash, this board has special visual effect and music, that is from Pike, easy to understand. Then we have card backs, we have Pike in here, we have Rek'Sai, then we have emotes, that is Pike grabbing a boot, yes. That is called Unlucky. You have Echo, this right here, and we have again Echo, none of that. Because like he doesn't get card back, but he gets emotes. And then we have bundles. The Curse of Deep bundle is available in store for 2,400 free coins. Per rate for any items you already own. Bundle includes, you have the emote, card back, I think this is a chest or whatever it is, and this thing. Okay, it unlocks the board, of course, the card back, unlucky emote, that is this. The skin, Pike Champion card exclusive, the Blood Harp Reaper icon. Okay. This the board is like that. Okay, it's kind of weird. And deck bundles then. The During Timelines deck bundle is available in the store for 3,173 coins. Holy shit. Perfect for any items, blah blah blah. So pre-made deck centered around Echo and Zillion, like I said, because predicts you have Zillion. So that's why I say that it will be a good deck for Echo. As well as the Sandstorm Echo Champion skin and Echo emotes would take the future into their own hands. Double down on predict and setup comes examining all the possible timelines before making your move. So if you want that. Then we have Expedition. I already talk a lot about the Expedition. It's like they need to change it. Nobody plays this. So saying that they put the new champions in there. So Time Lord, Predict Lurkers, Opportunity Attacks, Sand and Ash, Brutality and Vulnerable. House of Underworld's archetypes will probably be 4 times as likely as they would otherwise to be appearing in initial champion picks. We'll even out these shares in later patch. We already know that, but nobody plays Expedition because it's boring already. They need to change it. I already talked tons of times. They need to change that or take out and think another way to make it. And then of course we have bug fix. That's a lot of bug fix because every patch that comes brings always new bugs. So, but if it isn't bugs that you can see, is like nothing that breaks the game, nothing like that, doesn't matter. But yeah, so like it's a good patch, very good patch. One thing that I need to think is Expedition, a way to make it better, to change it how it is what I always talk about. That is what I feel like they need to take out that and remake it, Expedition, to be better, to make players to play in there. Love of Legends, always a good thing that people like, putting like a lot of champions, it's 5 champions, so very good. And in terms of buffs, nerfs, very good. They were aggressive, and that's what makes better patch, is being aggressive on buffs and nerfs, because this is what people want. They being aggressive, don't have afraid, because you will receive the feedback from the players and you will see what you need to do next on next patch. Is what they need to think about that. So overall, good patch, being like balancing, very aggressive, and will change the meta for certain. I can say that they will change the meta. In terms of champions, I can see Pike being the best champion from this patch, Rek'Sai the second, and Ek being the last, because it's all about prediction, and like you know that Zillion isn't a very good card. But maybe Zillion now can be good too with Echo. But maybe overall, what I can say is like Pike being the best card of this patch, then is Rek'Sai, and Echo being the last one because of the predicts. But and then of course it doesn't have a lot of health. Meanwhile, Rek'Sai and Pike, they have a good health, so that's why too. But overall, a good patch, like a new challenge to do. More Lab of Legends decks to be played, a lot of cards to try out new decks, and a good balancing. They need to continue like that, because if they continue like that, people will continue playing a lot, and is what players want, because the game was super boring. And now with this, the way they are saying is that we're gonna see a lot of change through patch. So amazing patch it was. So like now it's like wait 2 weeks. We know what's going to come out for the next 2 weeks. That is the Ruination event. That they even talk summer event. They talk summer event, but we know that's Ruination event. They say new cards coming. We don't know what can mean cards. It can be champion card with then followers and spells, right? Can be like that, or only cards and spells. Who knows? But we have to wait for that. And then of course they talk on 2.14 that will come a new set. So not bad. Like next patch will be very good for the game. So So yeah, so hope you guys enjoy the patch notes of Legend of Runeterra. Very good patch. I hope they continue like this. Of course, like I said, they were aggressive in this. Now on next, they don't need to be aggressive. They can do small nerfs and small buffs, but on 2.14 they need to be aggressive again. They cannot slow down. They always to be aggressive, slow down, aggressive, slow down. They have to do like that. So if you want to play Legend of Runeterra, you can already download it, Legend of Runeterra on PC, or you can download it on the mobile and play in there, but I recommend better to be on PC because it's always 10 times better, because on mobile there's a lot of problems. So hope you guys enjoy the patch notes of Legend of Runeterra, and see you guys in 2 weeks for the next patch notes, and tomorrow to show how the mechanic of lurk works. So see you guys tomorrow for the new mechanic.